Welcome, friends! Your favorite degenerates, Krista and Jason, are at it again! Let's celebrate the day!
What's the situation, Degenerate Nation?
What's happening, degenerates?
Hey guys, so Krista and I we're trying to stick to our diet for a couple weeks, but this gives us a great opportunity, right?
Yeah.
We do the keto thing, so
Right.
since we got off the victory, our weight just kind of crept up a little bit, and before we have to lose 20 pounds, we'd just rather lose 10, so
5.
yeah, we're gonna lay off the bushwhacker and the kissing the lips and the sugary stuff and try and stay a little more keto friendly. But
Yes.
on a ship there is tons of keto options, and we're going to cover one of those today.
One?
Rum, your favorite.
Rum!
Now oddly, this is a drink I can't find on any menu on Carnival or any other cruise line for that matter. It doesn't say rum and coke anywhere.
No, but they have rum.
There is obviously rum all over the ship.
They're
Everything,
not without
virtually
rum.
almost every drink has rum in it, but
If it doesn't
there's-
have rum, it has tequila or whiskey.
right? But there is no rum and coke or whiskey and coke or bourbon and coke or bourbon and anything and rum and anything. Anyway, so what we're going to do is kind of break down the history of rum a little bit, go over some keto-friendly rums or low-cal, or I should say low-carb rums. So at any rate, rum, this is a super-duper old drink.
Yes.
Origins back to 700 AD.
Ooh.
I mean, that's a pretty old beverage. Now, nothing,
Tried and true.
whatever they were making in 700 AD in the Middle East, I can promise you doesn't taste anything like rum today.
No.
Today's rum, well, let's start out with rum is made with sugar byproduct of sugarcane generally, which
Okay.
is molasses.
Yes.
Who knew, right? Who knew molasses? I didn't know that.
That's
So
why there's dark rum.
I guess you're way ahead of me. So, you know, I'm just going to
I'm
educate
guessing.
myself here and look
I'm
stupid in
guessing.
front of everybody.
No,
They
I'm
do
guessing.
also make it straight from sugarcane as well, and generally
Okay.
it's going to be aged in an oak barrel.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Right. Yep.
Oh, that would be why the pirates had the barrels floating around in the movies.
There you go.
Okay.
It may have just been a way to transport it back in the day. There was, you know,
That's true.
if you were going to take it in bulk, it didn't come in a 2-liter bottle. It came in a
Yeah.
wood cask.
Of course, my pirate knowledge stems from Pirates of the Caribbean, so
That's not accurate?
I don't know.
Probably not, right? So its history, I mean, it's invented out of slavery. It's used in the military. It's been, I mean, wars have been fought over it. Slavery's been funded over it. It's layered throughout the history of mankind, both on the good side and the bad side.
Really?
The Bacardis escaping Cuba, you know, liberation, the people being enslaved and forced to farm sugarcane, which, like I said, is originally where it was invented, was probably on Barbados, they think. The modern version of rum, the Behold, you would find
We like
the
rum.
rum that you would know of was probably invented in Barbados. So
Okay.
right up our alley with the Caribbean thing.
Yep.
Multiple kinds of rum. Rum comes from the research I did. Rum comes from the Spanish word ron. We know that much because we have Ron de Jeremy, thank you, which basically just means rum in Spanish. But the word back when it was coming out was slang for uproar, tumult, things like that. So back in the day, there wasn't a place where you would go drink rum that was like the bars we know today that are a little bit more civilized, where you can order chicken wings and watch the game on a big TV. So you'd get a few people in there at a place that served rum, and probably it was going to be
Debauchery.
yeah, melee was going to break out. So at any rate, that's why it was named Ron, was because Ron was slang for uproar, fights, and things like, you know, your
Okay.
general debauchery, degenerates hanging out.
Yeah. early degenerates.
Let's see, early versions of rum back to 700. Other names that you would hear of for rum as it evolved into rum or Ron would be Nelson's Blood, Kill Devil, Demon Water, Pirate's Drink, Navy Neaters, and Barbados Water. So,
Water.
which makes kind of more the Barbados connection
water.
a little stronger.
Not Barbados.
Version of rum in Newfoundland is referred to by the name of Screech, while some low-grade West Indies rum is called Taffa.
Taffa?
Taffa. So now you know.
I don't like Taffa. I like high grade rum.
As far as America goes, the earliest versions of rum were made in Massachusetts, which kind of makes sense because that's where the people were. They obviously weren't going to make it in frickin' Utah because that would have been a Native American thing, right?
Right. They preferred other things.
Within the Caribbean, each island has an area that generally will produce a unique style, and generally it's traced to the language that the island would speak. Oh. And so I'm going to read this so I don't screw it up, but the English-speaking islands are known for darker rums. So if we go through it, that one's Costa Rica, that's not all Spanish. Nicaraguan, that's Bacardi, so that would be Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it exactly holds true, but the darker rums
Havana, isn't that Cuba?
Would come from, that one's kind of light.
Oh.
Islands include Antigua, Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, Barbados, St. Lucia, Belize, Bermuda, St. Kitts, and Damara region of Guyana and Jamaica are typical of the lighter or the darker rums. French-speaking islands are best known for their agricultural rums being exclusively produced from cane sugar juice, not molasses.
Okay.
And they would retain a little more, a little more character of the sugar part and less of the barrel or whatever that they were aging it in. So that would be rums from Haiti, Guadeloupe, Martinique, and those kinds of places.
Okay.
Formerly part of the Spanish Empire would be rums with a really smooth taste. Rums from Colombia, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Panama, Philippines, Puerto Rico, and Venezuela, and U.S. Virgin Islands. Canary Islands also produces a honey rum known as Ron Mel de Canaras.
You need to get me some of that.
How cool is that, right?
I need some of that.
So it seems like probably because they were conversing with people from
other countries,
English-speaking or Spanish-speaking, they were bringing the knowledge, the recipes, and that's how it was kind of evolving. But you could have two next-door neighbor islands evolving rum into a completely different product.
Two different rums.
So that's actually really cool, right?
Yeah, it is.
We get to be the beneficiaries of all of this diversity today.
Yes, we do.
Cool.
We have an inventory of rum.
All right, guys, we're almost done, I promise. But rum, it's a big deal. Pirates, the Caribbean. Rum or a version of rum in Brazil, cachaça, which I have had cachaça. We may even have some in the house. It doesn't taste very rummy to me. It wasn't until I did the history on it that I understood that it was a relative of rum, and it's not great, the cachaça I had. If you get down into tourist areas like Disney Springs, I think you'll find cachaçerias. That's what they call a place that serves cachaça, and it comes in multiple flavors just like rum. But I tried multiple cachaças, and it wasn't really my drink, but the people in Brazil are really proud of it, so it would mix the same. Here we go. Dark rums are known by their particular colors, such as brown, black, or red, classes of darker than gold rums, usually made from caramelized sugar or molasses. They age longer, and they're in heavily charred barrels. So think of a Jack Daniels or something like that of rum. Flavored rums, obviously, are such as mango, orange, banana, coconut, starfruit, or lime, generally less than 40% ABV. We find that to be absolutely accurate.
Yep.
I don't know about the history of how long flavored rums have been out there. I don't remember flavored rums but maybe 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah, Malibu's the only one I can remember in the last 15 years, and then the last 5, it's really come on the scene.
Gold rums are called amber rums and are medium-bodied rums that are generally aged. They gain dark color from aging in wood barrels, usually charred white oak barrels, byproduct of bourbon. Right.
Back to bourbon.
Yeah. So they're kind of cousins.
Okay.
Light rums are also referred to silver or white rums. In general, have very little flavor aside from general sweetness. Light rums are all sometimes filtered after aging to remove any color. Think Bacardi, which if I held this up to the sun, it would make my hand hot.
Probably. It's very clear.
And then we end up with overproof rums. I believe we only have one overproof rum. There it is. 151 proof. That is a monster.
Yes.
That's what we made our frozen drinks out of last year in the pool. Well, we were having a great time in the pool. And then we got out of the pool and realized that we were hammered.
We were drunk. We were...
Fortunately, we didn't have long to commute. The bed was about another 15 steps, so we had it covered.
The commute was awesome.
There may have been chips involved on the way.
Yeah, kitchen's right as you walk by, couple, whatever.
Now this will blow your mind. Premium rums, as with other sipping beverages such as cognac and scotch, are in a special market category. They're generally from boutique brands that sell carefully produced and aged rums. They have more character than their mixing counterparts and are generally consumed straight.
Ew.
So, if you go to the Red Frog Rum Bar, ta-da,
Okay.
tied right back to the ship, there's all of those special rums that you can try. These
That's
are
true.
those style of premium rums. So if you're curious about what a premium rum tastes like and you don't feel like investing, because usually you can't find them in the little 2-ounce 200 ml bottles,
No.
so you have to buy the whole 750 to get a taste of the
Which
doggone
is
thing.
$29.99
The
and up.
ship is a phenomenal place, especially if you're on Cheers, to discover some of these premium rums.
That's a very good.
So
Good
I mean,
idea.
and I think the shots, or they had a flight of 4 3/4 ounce shots, and I think it was $14 if I remember. Don't quote
That's
me on the
pretty
price. If I'm close, but 4 3/4 ounce shots, and you could pick the flavors you wanted in there and the different kinds and styles. But based on what we learned so far, you could say, well, I think I like Bacardi, so I'm going to stick
Right.
with a lighter rum, or I think I like the darker rums, or a spiced rum, or whatever the case is, and fill yourself up a flight and have a little bit of fun.
Yes.
Try stuff.
Yes. Rum is good.
And finally, we're to spiced rums. Obtain their flavors through the addition of spices and sometimes caramel. Most darker in color, most based on gold rums as their beginning. So you could take a Havana Club and turn it into a Kraken.
It's a
Or
big
a
bottle, 'cause
Ron
that's one of
Degenerate.
my favorites.
Yeah.
The big bottles are my faves.
Sometimes they are significantly darker, while many cheaper brands are made from inexpensive white rums and darkened with caramel flavor. So that's telling me, a little sirens going off in my head that somebody's trying to do the old bait and switch on me and sell me well liquor at a premium price.
Right?
Now we come to the portion of our program where we talk about sugar and diet. So because keto, you can have spirits on.
Yes.
Because all of the sugars from it come from sugar alcohols, correct? And you
Yep.
know more about this than I do. Do you want to
Yep.
talk about it?
No, go ahead.
Okay,
You're
well,
doing
the
great.
sugar alcohol you get to deduct from the total carbs to get your net carbs.
Right.
Anyway, straight bourbon, gin, vodka, insert, including rum, does not have any carbs in it. It's not until you get down to why I've separated this table into 2 positions that you would find why these are on that side, because those are naughty rums. those are rums that should not be drank if you are on a carb counting diet. And I went ahead and looked up, because if you look at the back of any of these, you will not find the ingredient or the nutritional facts as you would with a box of cereal or whatever.
Correct.
So I went on the web, and if you're in the grocery store and you're trying to do keto or whatever your case is, you can Google it real quick. It was like 1 or 2 as far as the hit count goes. So obviously our favorite is Blue Chair Bay Coconut.
I like it much better than I do the Malibu for some reason.
And we loved it. It's lower ABV. All of the flavored rums here, I think the hottest one is going to be, no, that one's 21% alcohol, which is only 42 proof. That one's 15% alcohol, the key lime pie. The mango is 21%, and the blue chair, or the coconut, is 26.5. So the hottest one we have is 26.5. And these vary a little bit, but you'll find kind of the standard to be right around 40%. 40%, 35%. So without going through every bottle, they're all virtually in that almost 40 to 40 proof, minus the Cruzan or Bacardi 151, where you're hang on to your hat.
Yeah.
So the carb count on Malibu Coconut, one of America's most popular
Coconut rum, which I have a hack for this,
is 5.3 grams of carbs. Now, if you're trying to do the carb thing, you're
per
probably
ounce?
Yes.
Ooh.
Probably trying to stick under 20 to 30 carbs a day would be. You know, some you may not have a target. You may just trying to lose weight. But generally, you eat as few carbs as possible, and you just blew it out of the water, and you may not even know it because you just ordered a coconut rum thinking that you had a spirit in hand, so you were good to go.
Right.
5.3. 4 of those.
And most people mix this with orange juice or pineapple juice, which again,
right,
throws it right up there.
Now, if I go to, where's my Blue Chair stuff? There it is. Blue Chair, they have it all on one thing. And I've been putting these pictures up, hopefully, if I'm editing Jason has his shit together.
Okay.
So Blue Chair White is 0 carbs. just regular old. That would be your
Oh,
the
white.
Blue Chair version of
It's over there.
Bacardi, just straight up white rum. Blue Chair coconut rum, 7 carbs per ounce.
Oh.
The winner of the highest carb count, we bought. The key lime pie comes in at 11 carbs per ounce.
Per ounce.
Yes, that's good.
That's
That's the winner.
It's good.
So now we found out that we can have a spirit and enjoy ourselves and be keto friendly and have a nice weekend in the pool with a drink in hand. What do we mix it with?
Oh,
Here we go.
that's a whole
Generally-
nother ball game.
Anything fruit juice is got a lot of sugar in it, and then
Yeah.
you're gonna have to stay away from it. So no orange juice, no pineapple juice. V8 might be okay. Check the back of the package before you do it. Our
Yeah.
general stick to is going to be diet soda because it thins it out a little bit. It makes it enjoyable.
Yeah.
On a hot day like today, ginger ale, diet ginger ale, or diet 7-Up or Sprite or something like that,
Yep.
or Diet Coke is going to be just perfect for chilling in the pool.
Yes.
And be careful because here's reduced calorie cola. See, it says right there, reduced calorie cola. 35% leading or less calories than leading colas.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
That sounds great.
That's awesome.
It ended up in our house. I don't know how it ended up here. I
I
don't
don't
think we
either.
bought it. And the carb count on it is 24 per serving, 1 can. Might make 2 drinks
Yeah.
with plenty of ice,
24 carbs.
plus 11.
Oh my. There goes my day.
That's it. Yeah, there goes 2 days worth of carbs, right?
That's not good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And be careful because some of them are fucking empty. No shit, right? I didn't do anything. It just came this way right out of the box. I'm like, man, that feels really light. Regular Coke, and you'll see why 24 grams of carbs is a good thing because 39 grams of carbs per regular Coke. Now, if you get out the diet colas, obviously they're not going to have any carbs in them. And play around with your diet sodas.
Yes.
If you're mixing this with diets, we can't stand This is Publix Diet Cola.
Yeah,
and we
this
can't,
generic.
We can't stand it straight. It's awful.
Horrible.
It tastes like diet soda. It's crummy. In a mixed drink,
It is.
man,
Awesome.
well, for our taste, it's a phenomenal mixer.
It is. I
So-
don't like Diet Coke. I don't like Diet Pepsi. I only like this one as my mixer for some reason. With all the rums that we've got, I've tried all different kinds of mixers, and this is the one I prefer. But everybody's different.
Yep. So try try Diet Coke, try Diet Pepsi, try your grocery store brand, try RC, whoever else is out there making colas.
Yeah.
Or Sprite, or 7-Up, or ginger ale.
Everybody
Play
makes
around
a
little bit.
sugar-free option, and there's several different levels of sugar-free options. Some of them say sugar-free, and they're flavored with, or they're sweetened with Splenda.
Leak in my pool.
Uh-oh. Some are labeled sugar-free. They're sweetened with erythritol, which anybody who's been on the keto diet knows that erythritol is a great sweetener. It's used as a universal sweetener for most desserts, keto-friendly desserts. Maltodextrin, a lot of people try to stay away from. It is another sweetener, but too much of that can cause you to expel fast.
Yeah. So if you're looking for clearinghouse,
If you need a Roto-Rooter
Right.
option, maltodextrin would be your friend.
so tell us if you're hacks. So I've got Bacardi, but I love key lime or coconut or mango or whatever.
Okay, so a lot of people are wondering, how can I get a coconut rum that's ridiculous in carbs, carb-free? Take your regular white rum, add some flavorings. So these are concentrated food flavorings. This is a cola flavoring. We've got lime flavoring, there's key lime flavorings, there's orange juice flavorings, there's, we got strawberries, we got blackberry up here. I've even got a grenadine flavoring up here, a couple different peaches. There's lots of different food flavorings out there. Now, I like Capella's when I'm dealing with foods, and they have an entire website with recipes that tells you, how many drops of these to use, and you can use anywhere from 2 to 10 drops. We usually use 3 to 4 when we're doing it because we're mixing in smaller cups. They're using bigger cups.
So 3 drops goes a long way with
it
the little
does.
tiny bottle.
And then if you want to sweeten it, there's multiple different options of sweeteners. So this one is an erythritol, sucralose, and Splenda mix. And this one is a sucralose Splenda mix.
And what's the carb, sugar, what's the nutritional information on all of these?
No carbs, no gluten, no calories.
So we're in business.
So
you can see that we knew we were in business because we have that.
Yes.
Now,
but
Krista,
you can do a lot with these. You can mix them together. Now, in order to dilute them, because they are seriously concentrated, I would suggest tonic water, club soda, Sprite, a sugar-free Sprite, or a sugar-free ginger ale. You can always mix those and flavor those as well for non-alcoholic
we've made
drinks.
coffee flavorings, smoothie flavorings,
Yep.
all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah.
Baking, whatever the case is.
Yes.
We actually, we're pitching around the idea of doing rum cakes in the house and doing multiple rum cakes and just adding these flavors, so we can just make a base rum cake and then develop whatever flavors we want out of it.
And there's even rum flavorings.
Rum flavored rum.
There's rum flavorings, so even if you wanted to take
I got excited.
there's bourbon flavorings. There's lots of different flavorings. So this is a 1 ounce bottle, and when you only need 3 or 4 drops of this, it goes a long way. So anyway, yeah, it's a great option. You can actually make your own coconut rum.
So
it
you
would be
would
coconut
buy
flavoring and sweetener.
a bottle of Bacardi.
You buy a bottle
or
of Bacardi.
a bottle of dark rum, and you can make.
And then you would, where's my coconut? I didn't bring my coconut out. But then you would add sweetener. I probably add this sweetener. If you want to make peach rum, there you go. If you want to make blackberry rum, there you go. You want to make lime flavored rum. They also make a key lime that's really good.
So I'm back in business with my key lime blue cherry bay, or
Yes.
my Malibu coconut, or my mango, or whatever. We can still do those things.
Oh, yeah. You
And
can still
stick
do
with
it
the
all.
carb diet.
Completely.
Right.
So, those are some options. Feel free to message me or put in a comment if you'd like more questions about the flavors or anything like that. I'd be more than happy to answer them.
Now this is a little more
But-
legwork. I think it's a little more efficient, and definitely the flavor is better. We have also tried the coffee flavorings, the Toriani.
Yep.
They make multiple sugar-free flavorings,
And those are available at most grocery stores. I think we should make a drink my carb-free way,
okay.
or as close to carb-free as we can.
So we can just put those 4 bottles away.
Yeah.
We can put these 2 cans away.
Right?
Let me put this Bacardi out. That doesn't need to be in the showcase. It is a good rum, though.
It is a good rum.
All right, where's the Donley?
The Donley.
The Donley.
I like the Donley.
I got ice.
Okay. So let's go ahead and start with white rum. Let's do a shot of each.
I'm gonna fill this with ice, and I will go over the math real quick. This is 40 proof liquor, or 80 proof liquor.
Oh, that's a little heavy.
Damn it, you do that to us every time. And then it's all about the freaking Cheez-Its.
Yeah, it is.
All right, rum and Coke, 1 ounce of alcohol. That's what we do. I think if you order on the ship, you may get a double, so watch or ask or verify. And that's it. 6 ounces of dilutants, we're going to say, because it has ice and the diet soda in it. We're going to use our favorite Publix. And the result would be a 7-ounce drink comes in at 5.7. So it's a crowd pleaser. It's friendly. It's an all-day kind of deal. You could get away with 5.7 without ending up with a lampshade on your head or calling an Uber.
That's true. But I don't have. Oh, I do have water. Never mind.
Here's water here too.
Yep.
It comes in at $9.50, I would say, on a cruise ship. That's the standard price for a mixed drink, and that's $1.66 per ABV. So compared to beer at $1.49, it's a more expensive drink, but if it's your jam, then by all means that should be what you're doing.
So this is blackberry flavoring and some sweetener.
I thought we were going to do rum and Coke.
I thought you said let's mix one of these drinks.
Well, I thought we were going to have a flavored rum and Coke. It's all right, I'm in for an adventure.
And there's more ice in this one than this one. Here.
This would be easier. Okay. What am I? Do I have a
Cheers.
recipe for this?
Yes, I'll give you a recipe.
All right, I'll put the recipe up once I know what that is.
Okay.
It tastes like blackberries.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not real heavy on rum. I don't get much of a liquor.
There's 2 ounces of rum between the 2 of these.
Yeah, well, I don't get a liquor like, wow, that's a boozy ass drink.
Now you can make it sweeter, or you can make it less sweet.
That's about right, I would say. I
Yeah.
wouldn't make it any sweeter. For me, I'm not a big, well, I shouldn't say I'm not a big sweet drink fan, because my first drink is always like a kiss on the lips or something frozen, because
Right.
I'm in cruise mode.
I know. So this is a shot of rum. Between the 2 of them, I've got 2 shots of rum in here. I've got 14 drops of blackberry flavoring, and I've got 6 drops of sweetener. Shook it up, and I got about 7 to 8 ounces of water. Water. Not bad, huh?
It's good.
Okay.
It's very refreshing. All right, well, you know the drill. We'll drink this. We'll come back. We'll make something else. I don't know that we'll stick with this, since we can float around a little bit with all this other cool stuff you've got on the table.
Yeah, we should go with something over there.
Yeah. So we'll do. We'll be back in 20 minutes, and we'll blow and see what the effect of 1 ounce of 40 proof liquor is on us.
Okay.
Cheers.
Bye.
Welcome back.
Hi, we're back.
Well, what'd you think?
I liked it.
I did too. That's a drink that you wouldn't otherwise find anywhere else. So blow your friends' minds. Make them a drink they've never had.
I think that would really benefit from maybe some cool mint.
The options are endless. I mean, you know, you got a pile of flavors. You don't want to do too much, you know, and screw it up or ruin it. Or so keep it simple. If you're just going after a coconut rum, then use coconut.
Right? I agree. Okay, so what are we gonna mix now?
We gotta blow.
We're gonna blow. I like to blow. What are we gonna mix then?
Well, let's do a rum and cokey kind of drink.
Okay, that sounds good. While you blow, I'm gonna fill the cups with ice. Because if we're doing with Coke, we're gonna have to just mix it in a glass. And there's no way we can... What'd you get, baby?
0.04.
Yay! Okay, so this actually drink may have merit because you've been...
No, it's got an ounce of 40 proof in it, so, you know, that makes sense.
And you haven't had any pregame today, so...
No, well, I mean, and I'm not trying to make this into a beer video, but there's only a couple beers you can have, and
Right.
Michelob Ultra and Corona Premier are the only 2 low-carb beers I'm aware of, and they're pretty decent. I mean, you know, it's no craft beer, but it's drinkable, a nice summertime beer. So there's some options out there for my beer folks, including me. Get your beer on.
Oh, I barely made it. Whew! Okay, 0.6. So
We're in good shape.
We are. We're in great shape. So what kind of dark rum? You want to do dark rum? You want to do light rum? What kind of rum do you want to do?
Let's mix it up.
Okay.
You pick yours and I'll pick mine.
That sounds great. Kraken is my favorite.
Ooh, this is a high proof. It's not 151, but it is 94 proof, which is 47% alcohol. It sounds, when I say 94, it sounds like it's really something, but your traditional Bacardi is going to be 40% ABV, and
Right.
Kraken is 47. So, I mean, really, you're only jacking up the alcohol 20% or so.
Okay.
So it's not like, oh my God, you know, 151.
So I got 1 ounce of that. What do you got?
I'm going to go with big black dick.
You're gonna go with Big Black
Big-
Dick.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
the name.
This is the rum that we bought in.
Just in case anybody just thinks I'm cursing for the sake of cursing. It's actually called Big Black
We
Dick.
bought this rum in the Grand Caymans. Grand
And
Cayman.
this is, there's multiple flavors. This is just the dark.
Okay. Ooh.
They
Okay.
had chocolate. I think they had multiple flavors and stuff. And,
Right. Now, do you want to add
yeah,
maybe some apple pie flavoring?
Make mine an apple pie rum and Coke.
Okay.
Blow your friends' minds. Enjoy yourself. Have a party. But rum and Coke all by itself, especially we enjoy the spiced rums and the dark rums probably more than we enjoy. We use Bacardi more as a mixer than a Bacardi and Coke because it just adds a little more character.
So I've added 7 drops of apple pie flavoring to his, and I've added 8 drops of apple pie flavoring to mine because I really like apple. We're gonna do our.
So you get an extra drop?
I get an extra drop.
Wow, a
Yeah,
whole drop
a
because she
drop.
loves it.
We're gonna use our favorite mixer, which is Publix Diet Cola.
Well, like I said, hey man, do your thing. You do you, boo.
Yeah. Find a diet or a reduced sugar or a low carb mixer
Well, hey,
that
if
you
you're not
enjoy.
on a diet and you like Coke, then by all means, we've hung out plenty of people that could sit around and eat pizza and eat sugar by the teaspoonful, and it just doesn't affect them. They have that fantastic metabolism. My mom was one of those people, so.
Oh, I know.
There's no sense in going with a diet soda if you're not trying to reduce your calories.
Your mom could actually outdrink me, which was impressive.
Especially for somebody that was 95 pounds.
Right? Smells apple pie.
It does smell.
Caramel happy. That's really good. What do you think?
Let's swap for a second.
Okay,
See
we'll
what
swap.
the difference is between Big Black Dick and Kraken.
I see why you may like Big Black Dick, because it's a little more dirty. It's dirty, honey.
All right, that was low-hanging fruit. I'm just going to leave that one alone.
You like Big Black Dick?
You're tempting me. You're trying to draw me out. I'm not having any of it. All right.
Okay, so we're going to drink this. And what will we do? Drink this?
I am not saying the word after you just put the name of that liquor in there. There's not going to be blow and the name of that rum in the same sentence.
Okay, so we're going to drink this, and we'll be back in 20. Bye, guys.
Cheers. Welcome back.
Hi.
So that was a rum and Coke with a little flavoring in it. It was good.
It was really good, except mine's a tad bit strong.
I won't say that the Big Black Dick is the greatest rum, but it really connects me back when we bought this bottle in the Grand Caymans and we did Stingray City and the Turtles. And so, I'm sure there's better rums out there, but I will buy this rum again because it's that cruise thing.
It is.
So that was cool.
And just so you guys know, these are cheese wisps. They're Parmesan cheese crisps. For every for every 23 I eat, it's only 1 carb.
Yeah. So there you go. There's a cracker alternative as well.
And they crunch.
And why did you pick Kraken for your of all of this stuff on the table that we would do under?
I really like the dark spiced rum, and for some reason, I mean, we've tried lots of different dark rums. I think the darker the better, and it's probably because it has a little bit of caramel flavoring to it. And the caramel and the apple just hit it off.
Yeah, that was a good combo. Good call.
Right.
Okay, let's get down to business.
Uh-oh.
Chris is on the crackers.
Yeah. And these are really crunchy. They're just like potato chips.
Tell us about Keto and...
Tell us about Keto. So we've been doing this on and off for about 2 years. Off meaning 1 day a weekend, unless we're on a cruise. When we are on a cruise, we do not do keto.
0.05. Well, specifically keto and alcohol.
Keto and alcohol.
The relationship of being on a keto diet and drinking as well.
Okay, so I'm going to blow first. Why don't you tell them your relationship first while I blow?
Yeah, the bottom line is keto will, there's something about the way your body starts working when you're in ketosis.
Yes.
And your ability to absorb alcohol and its impact on you. And I think that it's similar to drinking on an empty stomach. That's been when I drink when I'm in ketosis and I'm really hardcore dieting, then I notice that it doesn't take quite as much. So word of the wise, be careful. Chris is at a 0.10.
Right?
Right.
So, yes, the lack of carbs in your stomach, it's carbs will soak up alcohol in your stomach and allow it to release slower into your bloodstream, so to speak. With us eating mainly protein and fats, it doesn't like alcohol. It turns away from it. So this goes right to your bloodstream. You will get more intoxicated quicker if you are eating a low-carb lifestyle and try to get into some spirits, which can be dangerous.
If you're counting calories, pretty much drink is just out.
Right.
I mean, you really have to a lot of your caloric intake, caloric intake, so you could have some drinks that day, or just get over it, and,
right.
that day. And it's tough to go out into the world and be on a diet. We've all been there. I don't know that unless you have that blessing of a metabolism that doesn't care,
Right.
You've tried to eat out on a diet, and you pull up somewhere, and it's a challenge.
We've pulled up to restaurants and actually got seated, looked at the menu, and left.
It happens, you know. So there you go. There's one of the drinks you can do on a cruise ship.
Right.
That's not on the menu.
That's not on the menu.
Drinks you can do at home to impress your friends, and with a little extra something in it that they've never had. Way to substitute a regular rum into a coconut rum.
Yep.
A way to sweeten a drink without sweetening sugar-wise.
Yeah.
If you're even if you weren't on any sort of restriction dietary-wise, it would be fun to make a apple pie or a little more of this or a little more of that with flavoring either the Turani coffee.
Yeah,
Traditionally,
the
that would be
Turani,
a coffee
the Da Vinci.
flavor. Yeah. So you know, some options there.
Yeah, I just enjoy using the flavorings because it does really work.
Yep. And yeah, a small bottle is inexpensive. So.
A small bottle is very
versus
inexpensive.
buying a big bottle of the coffee flavoring, or what I
Right.
associate with coffee flavoring.
Right. And even buying, you know, the price is pretty consistent buying white rum versus flavored rum, but the flavored rum sometimes is $1 or two
look
more.
at all of these bottles, and
We
you could
have a problem.
get this down to a dark rum, a light rum, and a gold rum, and a spiced rum. 4 bottles, and not worry about the rest of that.
Yeah, that's true. And each
And
one's
if you
going to
didn't-
taste different.
We're not
one's-
big fans of gold rum, so I would just put that one back, and there you go.
Right.
We like a darker rum, a lighter rum, and a spiced rum.
Right. I prefer. Yeah, we
And we
use
could
these
do
for all
anything
of
on
it.
the table with that, or any of these flavored rums.
I agree. And I'm really hot. I'm literally dripping sweat because it's really warm here in Florida.
It
So I'm going to get in the pool.
Okay.
Okay, we're out, guys.
Celebrate the day.
Celebrate the day.
Thanks for watching. Much love to our friends. Be the good in the world. Spread the love and go on an adventure. Please like, comment, and subscribe.